We're the Con Guys, and this is the Con Guys Show, coming to you straight from the nerdy heart of Hollywood, California.
And this is Jim with theconguy.com.
She's been here with theconguy.com.
Katie here, aka the Con Girl.
Zordon did not want 5 teenagers with attitude.
My name is Derek Sam.
I'm Danae Sams, and that's my brother.
We are your home for news, opinions, and interviews from the world of Comic-Cons and fandoms. Your ultimate insiders for all things Con!
Cover it up. Cover it up. People will take screenshots and they will show up as you. And then
David,
you will
not this year. Not this year. Are you kidding me?
David,
so
we have
plentiful. It's like discounted.
Kate, you don't know our viewers. They are the shadiest people that go to Comic-Con.
Oh, great. What a way to start this.
The viewer fan base of the Con Guys show are the most derelict, shady,
guys,
wretched
welcome
hive
to the
of
Con Guys
scum and
Show. This is our annual show where we talk about the parties, the offsites, but something that's really cool we're going to talk about with our special guest tonight, who's not showing us anything, is Mr. David M. Boer. We like to call him our favorite comic book hero. He is the comic book writer and creator extraordinaire, and he's going to talk to us about his comic books, his signings, his panels, and we're going to chat a little bit about studios are gone. What's the best comic book panels to be tackling? What's the best way to enjoy a Comic-Con when they focus on comic books? And
I can't wait until I'm in Hall H for a movie and you guys are getting in there and you'd be like, remember that episode when we called you just a comic book guy? We called you comic book guy?
And you're going to say, no, I called you my favorite comic book hero.
Oh, you said hero. You did. Okay. We're good.
Anyways,
I believe Katie was the one that said, David Boer, you're just a comic book guy and you'll never be anything more than that. I think that's what she said.
That's definitely
direct quotes.
Verbatim.
But David, I will be able to say I knew David back when he was just that poor
tiny little whippersnapper
hanging out at the bar in the Hilton bar at WonderCon, just begging for people to come.
Hat.
And I was like, these guys look kind of cool. I'll chat with them. And I have not been able to shake you since. And it's been just a decade probably.
But can we please say that, except for last year when we saw him on the street and he goes, hi, we'll talk to you later. Never saw him again. On the street at Comic-Con. Anyways, my name I am Cheeseman at Cheeseman on the Couch. I think I should change that. So, that's who I'm going to be tonight. But
we'll just confuse our viewers,
No, what happened was Luke Cheeseman, he just got off a panel with Carrie Lane, who's one of our favorite people. She's also one of our hosts occasionally. She was also one of our longtime hosts on the show. They just got off of another show talking about Comic-Con, talking about parties, talking about everything we're about to talk about. And Luke's going to jump on in just a second. But my name, and I'll correct it in just a second, is Jim. And let's introduce the non-guest tonight, starting with the lovely Con Girl.
Ben.
What up? I am the only Con Girl on the podcast tonight. So, hello. It's me. Hi. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about Comic-Con, even though my Comic-Con is, I'll be there, but I still don't have a plan. So that's always fun. But that could mean that I have more fun because I don't have a plan. But I am the anime watcher of the group for the most part. I am the gamer of the group. Ben games a little bit, but I game some. Currently playing Zelda. So if you follow me on TikTok, you will find Zelda and BTS content exclusively right now for the most part. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about offsites because that's probably where I will be spending most of my time.
Is it Tears of the Kingdom?
Yes.
Is it awesome?
It is awesome.
Okay,
I can't say that I have spent over 100 hours probably doing absolutely nothing because I am just exploring and unlocking the world and not doing the actual main story.
It's awesome. That's all. That's my life. That's like you just described my life.
Yep. Procrastinating what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Hashtag BK421.
What's up, everyone? It's me, old buddy Ben. How you doing? I'm so excited for Comic-Con this year. I'm excited for Comic-Con every year. I don't really I rarely get into Hall H because I don't want to stand in the massive line that people like spend the night in and stuff. I feel like if a superhero movie is gonna come out, I'll still like see it like when it comes out, right? And so while it would be cool to go see the panels and all the stars talking about their experience in the film and that sort of thing, I just feel like the Comic-Con event, there's so much to do that to spend the entire time spending the night and staying in a line for the Hall H panels, you're missing out on a lot of stuff, I'll say. So I've rarely done it. The only times I've actually been in Hall H were times that I actually like got in
You
The
got
fancy
lost
pants.
and went the wrong direction.
I'm not
The
even
fan-
drinking tonight. No, it's when somebody had a pass to let me in.
That fancy pants entrance.
Yeah, fancy pants.
Nice.
Other than that, I've never stood in line for Hall H because it just did not appeal to me, no matter how awesome the panel was. So I've always done other stuff. So I don't feel like I'm necessarily missing out on like the big Hall H stuff this year, because I don't really go to that anyway. So I'm stoked for all the offsites, the parties, and of course going onto the con floor and generally buying toys that were made before 1995
And comic books.
basically. Yeah, and comic books. Yes.
I was gonna
I gotta-
say there's comics. I like comics.
Like
Comics is going to be a big focus.
comics at Comic-Con? I don't think so. You're at the wrong event.
Hey, I got to
Sounds
throw out
made up.
I got to say something real quick. Me and Luke, we wrote on a show, which is now shut down because, there's this strike happening. And our showrunner got in touch with us this week, and he was listening to our show last week, which we were quite lengthy. And he goes, you know what? I've listened to 20 minutes of your show so far, and I don't know what it's about. Why can't you get to the point? And I was like, we'll do better. We will do better. That
No.
said,
Next week.
before we get to our guests, I just want everybody to know tonight is our offsites, our parties, and of course our comic book show. We are going to be talking about it with all the panel cancellations, the writers and actor strikes, and so much more. This year's con is going to feel a little bit different. But one thing that is still happening, the big parties and the offsites, we are going to go over that list tonight. But something that is very cool that a lot of us have not so quietly, we complain about every time. It's like, where are the comic books? Sometimes we just like Comic Con, might as well just call it the big movie con or we love that. We love all that stuff. But our special guest tonight, Mr. David M. Boer, who is a comic book creator, writer, and David, I know that you are also not just a comic book guy. By the way, David's a lawyer, and he used to be. He's now full-time into this awesome job of creating comics, but I know he's also working on screenplays. But we cannot talk about future projects, and I just want everybody to know we stand in solidarity with the WGA, the Writers Guild of America. We stand in solidarity with SAG-AFTRA. Thank you, Ben, for making sure I get that correct. And we we'll talk to you on the comic book floor at Comic-Con about anything you want. But tonight, we are talking about comic books for the most part. And David, I did not mean to belittle you and say you're just that comic book guy, although I think your comic books kick ass and are some of the best
I
things
feel
out there.
personally attacked right now. Personally attacked.
It's all about you. Here,
Okay.
David, get a drink. Get a drink. This is the only way we
No.
usually work together. I'm sorry. Anyways, David,
Sure.
welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I love coming on this show. And I think if you think back all the way, I'll take you back in the Wayback Machine to 2019, March of 2019. You don't remember this, but I do. It was 2 months before Kanto came out, which was my first big break into the comics industry. And the first podcast that I did to promote the dang book was this very podcast. Ben, I think you were
It's
there
called The
too.
Con Guy, since you're forgetting the name.
No. I'm reading your T-shirt right now.
Woo, yeah.
Confi.edu. There you go.
And a whole pandemic happened since then.
And a whole
No, but-
pandemic happens. But I have such a soft spot for this show because you and I, Jim and Luke, go way back. Ben, we go way back. Katie, we go way back. Maybe not quite as far,
Yeah.
but pretty far back. And this was the first show that you brought me on. You're like, this looks fun. This looks cute. This little guy, he looks cute. Maybe we'll have him on there.
Hey
And
guys, can we
so,
just celebrate the success of Canto? David, brag just a little bit. Let's talk. By the way, an Eisner Award nominated Mr. David M. Boer. Twice.
2 times. Well, yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
if you
I'm
don't
not
brag
keeping
a little
track,
bit
but
about
it's
you.
twice.
Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself, so for people who may not
Sure.
have heard about you.
Sure. So I grew up in the Midwest, and after college, I came out to Los Angeles to become an attorney, and I practiced law for 17 years. And in the midst of practicing law, I started writing, and I wrote some movies, I wrote some novels. Everything was pretty much terrible, but you know what? That's the beauty of writing. The next one you do is just a little bit better than the last one. I got into comics. My first comic was published in 2017, so about 6 years ago now. And the breakout success that I had was with this book called Canto, which is a all ages fantasy series about a little clockwork knight in search of a heart, inspired by Wizard of Oz and Dark Crystal and Neverending Story and Secret of Nim and Labyrinth and all those great dark fantasies that I grew up with.
It's beautiful and it's awesome.
Yeah, you can see him right up here. And since then, I've been able to write a series for Dark Horse, Boom, IDW. I'm writing Dungeons and Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures for IDW based on the Saturday morning cartoon, which I loved as a kid. And in fact, my wing guys over here, Venger and Dungeon Master right behind me.
Nice.
I wrote for Firefly for Boom, and so my all LGBTQ creative team Jesus, this is amazing. Look at this. My Eisner speeches are just buttoned up. So all
Practice on us.
I brought together an all LGBTQ plus creative team to create a book called Killer Queens, which I describe as Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's up for best humor. Here it is, Katie. Thank you.
Let's see Katie's copy. Yeah. All right.
Put in assassin. Come on.
Right.
That's up for best humor publication, and then I adapted a Joe Hill short story from this book, Strange Weather. It's called Rain. And it's a story about two women who are moving in together to start their lives together in Boulder, Colorado, and it's beautiful, clear skies. And then the dark clouds roll in, but instead of raining down water, it rains down crystal needles about the size of your thumb. 8,000 people die in that downpour, and it starts spreading. And so it's a story about love and loss and grief and moving on. And I worked with Zoe Thorogood on that to adapt it with Chris Ryle's Syzygy Publishing imprint at Image. And
Spell that.
Syzygy.
Yep. Thank you.
I mean, I've practiced it so many times because I don't want to screw it up. That's up for 3 Eisner nominations. Zoe's up for 5 Eisner nominations, including Rain is up for best adaptation from another medium. So I'm just going to go in there, lay waste to the place, take my statues. And go
The
home.
awards are still at Comic-Con, right?
Yeah, so at the
Saturday night.
my little thing. It's Friday night.
Oh, it's
At the
I thought
Hilton
it was. Oh, that's
Bayfront.
right. It's Friday night. They
Friday
do not
night's a busy night.
my bad. They don't compete with the Masquerade.
Oh,
No, I forgot.
just
that
the Her
was
Universe
Saturday night.
Fashion Show.
There is that.
Wait,
We'll talk about that later. Not now.
was that Thursday? No, I don't remember.
Yeah, so I'm excited to be at Comic-Con, which is potentially more comic-centric this year.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Also, David, I still haven't gotten that copy signed, so hopefully I remember to bring it with me because still don't have it signed. So
Well, I have a signing at Dark Horse on
Katie, he's a lot more
Thursday.
expensive this year now that he's getting
That's
these
fine.
nominations.
So pricey.
Now that he's
so
so big
pricey.
and famous.
Just, I mean, who new life? Who dis?
So, David, if you don't mind, tell us, you've got a busy schedule at Comic-Con. Speaking about comics being Comic Central this year, tell us about what your schedule is going to look like this week at Comic-Con, where people can find you, panels, and signings.
Oh my God. So I've got my big spreadsheet right in front of me on my monitor right here. But before I inundate everyone listening with all kinds of information that's going to just fly by, I've posted,
it's awesome.
I posted on my Instagram account. I've got 3 posts there that have my schedule throughout the days. On Thursday night, I'm going to be on the Gay Geeks and Where to Find Them panel, which is a really fun panel. Lots of fun banter about just being, geeky, queer content. And we've got cosplayers, we've got animation person, we've got me, I guess, comics. And I love the photos for the promos. Everybody's like cool and hip. And I have this headshot that I'm sure I took as an attorney at some point. So I promise I'm more fun than what the headshot looks like. So that's Thursday. Friday, we've got the Syzygy Comics panel. Zoe Thorogood is going to be on that panel with me and Chris Ryle. We're going to be talking about a new series that I'm doing with Chris. It's another horror series. It's called The Drowned Man. And it's set in a small town in Ohio where a urban legend of the drowned man, whenever there's a downpour, kids go missing. And the drowned man is this boogeyman that attacks through any water.
Oh, that's so cool.
How little it is. So imagine Jaws and Candyman.
Interesting.
So we're going to be talking about that. Then Eisner Awards on Friday. And Saturday morning, the perfect time slot to be on a panel with the showrunner and the creator of Dungeons and Dragons Saturday morning cartoon.
That's awesome.
Mark Evanier.
Mark Evanier is the best.
And we're the voice of Sheila is going to be on there. And of course, I came on to a live podcast and I completely forgot her name. That's the worst. She's wonderful. And we're going to have Luke Gygax on the panel as well, who is the son of Gary Gygax, who created Dungeons and Dragons. And he's going to talk about how his dad was involved in the cartoon. And then, oh my gosh.
No, this is good. I'm reading your Instagram as we go along. This is good stuff.
I'm really excited about the D&D panel because I grew up on that Saturday morning cartoon, that Dungeons and Dragons, where the kids go into the roller coaster and they come out and they're in the world of the Forgotten Realms. So I'm writing the comic for IDW and this opportunity came along and I was like, I got to do it. There is a Creators Assemble sort of meet and greet on Saturday afternoon. I'm also going to be on a Legendary Comics panel for reasons that I cannot disclose.
I can tell you why. Oh, Legendary Comic. The name of the panel, From Monsterverse to Dune and Beyond panel. Let's just say, read between the lines, guys. David can't disclose, but it's a great name of a panel. Legendary Comics, From Monsterverse to Dune and Beyond panel. David, we got to talk.
We'll see.
Off camera.
Yep.
And then the last panel that I'm on is also on set. I'm so booked on Saturday. I love it. Fanbase Press, my good friends at Fanbase Press are putting on a panel. That's when superheroes represent their readers. And so it's about superheroes and how they have and have not and reflected their readership and how that might be changing for the future. So, and I've got a couple of signings at Dark Horse and IDW. There's a Dungeons and Dragons exclusive that IDW is bringing to the show that you definitely want to get if you're into comics, which
David, Comic-Con guys. Yes, we're into comics.
What are comics?
Comics.
You mean like books. Jerry Seinfeld and those kind of people? Okay.
That would be you too, Ben.
Hey, I've got a funny story to tell about Jerry Seinfeld after David's done.
Well, I'm done.
No. Wait.
No, David wants to talk about himself more.
Wait. I'm looking.
Luke's,
David, what about
you? Got to start over.
Luke's first words into the podcast.
All right, David, this is Luke.
Hi.
Have you ever met?
Never met.
I think this is the best version of your mustache beard, and I don't even think it's the final form yet.
Yeah.
David, what
It might
about
be
like
the lighting, it
Sunday?
makes me look like I
It's
have a goatee or something.
Sunday 7 p.m. Your whatnot wrap up.
Oh, and I'm doing tons of whatnot stuff because I'm really, if you don't know what whatnot is, it's basically Instagram meets eBay, Instagram Live meets eBay. Mix it all together, and we offer up, auction or buy it now comic books. I have a big presence there, and we've brought Kanto there, a lot of Kanto, and Drew and I are now we left IDW. We're going to a new publisher that hasn't been announced yet to finish Kanto's run and potentially keep going.
When will you announce it?
It's probably going to be this spring.
Okay.
But we're in process. We've already signed the contract, so we're in process. But what we got to do for the first time ever, after 23 issues, 200,000 copies sold over the course of 4 years, we got to do our own exclusive preview book that only Drew and I have done.
Nice.
So it's new material. We've published for the first time the actual Kanto pitch that we sent to IDW to get it set up. So it's the first time that'll be made public.
Wait, what do you mean by preview? For people who don't know what that is, a preview book. What do you mean?
It's called an ashcan. So it's a preview that sometimes publishers will put out that gives you just a sampling of material that will be coming down the pike. So this one is a 12-pager, and it's got 5 pages, the first 5 pages of the new Kanto that's coming in the spring. And then then we published the pages of the actual comic pitch that they was set up like a parchment, like it was an old fairy tale storybook. And this is awesome. What it was really cool. I'm really proud of it. And that's what got IDW really interested. And I think folks who are in comics, it's a great example of how to really put your best foot forward with a pitch, with an idea, just to make it fully formed. So we wanted to publish that and get it out in the world. So it's a 12-pager. First time we've ever had a blank sketch cover that you can draw Kanto on if you want.
That's cool.
Second ever foil cover, and the first ever metal Kanto cover. So
nice.
Those are going to be on Whatnot all over the place. And then I'm going to have them. If you see me, I will have them in my little backpack. And if you're really sweet, I'll let you, I might let you rifle through my backpack.
Yeah.
Is that a euphemism?
I know.
1,000. Yes. I mean, that entire spiel is a euphemism.
So, David, I would love. What we're going to do is we'll go to your Instagram, and as long as your schedule's up to date on the Instagrams, we will post those on the Con Guy website. We'll also share them in our stories on the Instagram as well, because that's a lot. You're doing a lot, and I remember back in the day that wasn't so much. And I'm gonna turn it over to Katie.
You and Luke
Katie Ben and Cheat.
Remember when you sucked as a person? Now you're amazing. Yes.
Remember when we gave you your shot?
Or as Brad, who is watching, says, Booer is still that guy hanging out at the bar at WonderCon.
Now the vibe.
I just want to be there.
I wish we had never left. Like, let's be real.
I know. No, I guess we met on the floor. Then we met during LobbyCon at WonderCon, and now David is almost impossible to track down at these conventions, and that's just a sign of your success. By the way, congratulations! I am so excited for you. I know Ben, Katie, and Luke have a few questions they want to talk to you about, and I will say,
Luke's cut off.
Yours, guys.
Luke, you're cut off. Ben and Katie, go.
I don't recall how.
You're not from Ohio. Just kidding.
And guys, hang on. We are going after the interview with David, we are going to do the offsites list. All right, go ahead. Who's going first?
I don't recall knowing what's. Hold on.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
We'll all sit quietly.
Cheeseman, can you start us, please?
Sorry, y'all.
Katie just got home from work. I know she's a trooper for jumping on with us. I appreciate it. Ben and Luke, you guys take it from here.
Well,
go ahead.
I guess I am allowed to talk. If David approves, geez. As somebody attending the cons and you've been collecting things are there certain collectibles or comics or things you're going to be looking for on the exhibit floor, or like certain panels you want to see? Like, what are you looking to do outside of all the awesome stuff you're doing?
He's looking for a bathroom. He's not going to ever leave his
protein bar. Anybody have a protein bar and a bottle of water? Thank you. No, it's funny that you say that because for like weeks I've been like, oh my God, I'm so busy, and then I see all the folks posting on social media how like, all their schedules, and I'm like, this seriously, it's a lot of stuff, but I'm not gonna like. There's nothing is hanging in the balance. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go. I'm so zen about it. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna have fun. There's not, if something goes wrong, so what? So I hope to have time to walk the exhibit hall floor because I love going to the artist alley and seeing all the folks I know. And I also love short box diving and long box diving. I'm such a sucker for 80s and 90s like cartoon comics, whether it's I just saw somebody got a Fraggle Rock that was graded in a 9.8, Fraggle Rock #1, and I was like, you can have every superhero that has ever existed if I can have Fraggle Rock in a 9.8. Thank you very much. So I love the 80s cartoon comics. I love the Nintendo comics. I just got a bunch of the early 90s Valiant comics, including Zelda #1, Super Mario #1. I have them all graded, and I love that era of comics. So unfortunately, with my schedule the way it is and meetings and other things that are not on my public schedule, the extra time that I'm going to have, I'm going to be digging through as many of those boxes, as many tables as I can find, just to find those little, fun gems like Mad Balls 1 through 3 from 1988. Come on.
So if you have a box in your hand, we should not interrupt you. We should just leave you alone.
Just like
we won't even see you.
Just like look at you and glare.
Yeah.
Precious.
David will have to come up for air and then go back down.
It's just like freaking My Little Pony comics just flying all over the Smurfs. Who knows?
I love it.
No, you can always come and approach me. That's what the con's for. If you don't want to be approached, don't go into the exhibit hall. Don't be around, And I love it. Thanks,
So
Luke.
Debu. My boy Debu.
Debu.
I'm really excited to see you.
I am excited to see you. I see your lovely other half more frequently than I see you. So
it's true.
This will be our time to even the odds.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, I mean that's all I really want to say. I'm excited. Are they coming out with any like Kanto collectibles or anything like that? I mean like
that's
like
a planted question because this is what's happening.
Whoa. Go full screen,
Oh,
Jim.
wait. Let's
go full screen.
How do I do
full
this?
Screen on that. Full screen.
Full screen and
He's panicking. So I also posted this on my Instagram. We are bringing a limited number. These are Kanto metal figure blind boxes. So what the situation is there's 7 different finishes, everything from like metal to silver and gold, and there's a black metal. I think they're in there. I don't even know. There's a secret chase, and each color is a certain number of. A certain number. It's like 2 out of 40, 4 out of 40, 8 out of 40. And so there's 7 to collect. We're going to have these on Whatnot streams and in the Whatnot Hero House, which is across the street from the convention center.
Wait, what is that? What's the Whatnot Hero House?
The Whatnot Hero House is it's right on the railroad. It's across the railroad tracks, just right next to 5th Street. I forget the exact address.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually it's now going to be a front-facing public retail space as well as streaming. So anybody who's going to the con, you can actually go there and buy exclusive comics. We're going to have these little guys there. This is these look amazing. The artistry on it is fantastic. This is a prototype right here.
Nice.
But
that is so cool.
Yeah, so we're going to have those for Kanto in addition to the ash can.
Do you have a favorite, of the metals?
I mean, the gold is amazing, but actually there is one I love this one. It's like my false idol, right? It's the
Mhm.
golden calf.
Yeah.
But there's also one that's 2 out of 40. So the print run was 1,000, which means that there is one variant that's only 25 out of 1,000. And
Mm.
I don't even know what that is yet. It could be solid diamonds. I don't know. It's not.
You heard it here
but
first, folks.
Yeah.
Solid diamond
Well, if it's
Kanto
not-
figures.
Santa's best
it's
friend.
It's like this big. It's like a diamond.
Brad's
card.
calling it the Comic-Con version of an Oscar.
Yes.
I must have one, at least one.
I want the
Well,
tin
I'll
one,
have
like
a
the
few.
Tin Man.
Mystery boxes are like so popular right now too, so it's a really, really good idea.
I think so too. I love mystery boxes because I will buy twice as many just because I want to see what I get.
See, that's why
And
I
the
hate
fact, yeah, I know. I've gotten like the Futurama and the Family Guy, the little kid robot ones.
Nice.
And it's so addictive. So please, everyone, be addicted to my little tin friend here and buy a bunch of them.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Hey guys, we oh wait.
Oh wait, there's
Let
another one. Let's
me
see
see
it.
that one.
Well, this one was a prototype, and we had to fix the axe because the axe got broken off. But this is the like two. So
Yeah.
where's my camera? So there's two different variants of them.
Very
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, I like the darker metal. I mean, they both look great, but I'm kind of a fan of the more darker or the
Yeah.
or maybe like a silver.
Yeah,
Like
we're
the
not
Tin
really
Man.
opening notes.
I'm just saying which one I'm gonna
Luke,
buy.
I
Hold
love
one for
you,
me
Luke.
already. Jeez, I'll
I'm
give
just-
you your money now.
I'm just shredding you on this broadcast, and I just have so much love for you, my friend.
Well, listen, we do have to. I do want to move into the portion of the show where we talk about offsites and what's going to be there. And David, you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to go. You're busy. We'd love to have you stay, but I know how much you hate hanging out with us plebeians. But I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, no, what? No,
He's like, no,
I
you're
can't
not kidding.
possibly sign off after that. I know how much
Only
you
if you
hate
buy him
hanging
a
out
drink
with
at the
us.
Hilton, Jim.
Well, okay.
Okay. No. But I do want to ask you one last question, and the guys can ask you as well. This is going to feel like a little bit different this year, and Ben was talking about it at the beginning of the show. What do you think about what this year is going to be like, and what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm excited because it's it's probably gonna be more focused on comics, but not necessarily because what I'm excited about is the folks that still are going despite the fewer offerings for TV and film. I hope that when they're looking around Hall H, like the John Travolta, GIF, and like where is everything, that actually prompts them to go to other panels about comics, to go to the floor and look at comics and do, so that's what excites me, is that I don't think people are canceling going to the show just because there's not going to be big actors in movies.
No,
I think it's going to free up folks who never felt like they had the time to go and experience another part of the con, which is, why it started in a hotel room on somebody's, the pile of comics that were thrown on the bed and everybody traded around.
Yep.
That's what excites me. So I don't know if this will change for this year and into the future, or if it's just going to be a 1-year thing, but we are going to enjoy it when we have it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Guys, do you have any other David specific questions before we jump into the offsites?
Why is your hair so beautiful?
I know.
I mean, I saw the list of folks on this podcast and I was like, A game or no game.
So, David, we do, again, the invitation is open to stay as long as you would like. We'd love to have you stick around. But if you do get a
You are
call.
pushing me out. I'm staying on this podcast.
Yes!
Stop talking about it. Let's go.
By the way, yeah, that's the whole reason I said that, because David usually is a very busy man, and we were trying to guilt him into staying on. Anyways, let's say hello to a couple of folks who are watching right now. Hey, Ben.
Blood good.
And also, I guess this guy, General Gilman, the general's in town.
General.
Let's rock and roll. He gave us some news last week that Ben's supposed to tell us about. That he's a special guest on our panel or something. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yes, you do. We've talked about this.
Who's General Gilman?
He's the guy that once you were going to have him as a special fan guest on one of the episodes.
That's right. Okay, then.
What is that? What are you even doing to?
I don't know. Why do I
Hey!
It's gonna take Jim a few times to remember. We all know this. So
I'm trying my best. Lily, I saw your post. You're actually in San Diego at the con right now, getting excited about it. Lily, can't wait to see you. Hopefully you can stop by the panel that we'll talk about on Thursday night, 6:45, room 6A, the big 30th anniversary of the Power Rangers. Again, we're talking about the history of the Power Rangers, guys, and then come party with us over at Park Nightclub. It's going to be great. Andy, always good to see you. Hopefully we'll see you down there. Let's see who else. Wait,
Amanda.
and Brad was. I wonder what the vibe for Hall H will be like this year. That's a very good thing. Also, Nathan Travolta. Reds, what is up, con guy? It's so good to see you, and of course, Amanda.
What up,
Happy
Amanda?
birthday!
Happy birthday on Comic Con.
Amanda, we cannot wait to see you. So it's going to be great. We had lunch, or we had drinks with Amanda like a week and a half ago, and we were hearing about all the cool stuff happening down there. And Amanda, we are looking forward to it. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this on theconguy.com. And Amanda, Brad sends his birthday wishes. So,
hi, Brad.
And Luke and Bernie were both on another podcast right before this podcast. Wait, Brad's birthday is next Monday. Oh,
shut up, Brad. God,
I love
it. Always after Comic Con, almost always.
That should be a shirt. Shut
so
up.
If you go
Brad.
to theconguy.com, you can kind of follow along with us as we go through some of these offsites. And myself and Katie, Ben, and Luke, I'll be honest with you, these offsites, we kind of updated this list up until about 5 minutes ago. So it's still growing. It's still going. We are not the experts in all the offsites, but we do have a list of some of the biggest offsites there that are going to be on the list. Ben, if you don't mind, do you have the page up?
Now, remember, folks, you can access this list on our website by going to http://www.theconguy.com/07/list-of-parties-and-off-sites-at-comic-con-2023 /
it just rolls off the tongue.
I didn't put that much on
So easy, user friendly.
Simple way to find this list. No, you can find it at theconguy.com. The address is up on the and I did actually read off the actual web address for this list from our website, so you can.
In case you don't know what he's saying.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna make an insert of that one for
if
as
you,
an exclusive.
If you rewind this podcast, if you're listening to it later, and just carefully type in everything as I'm saying it. So there's all kinds of, one thing that's really blown up in the last 15, 20, 25 years at San Diego Comic-Con is, I'm going to say probably the last 15, maybe. Yeah. Are the offsites. There's how many badges do they sell to this? 150,000, 180,000?
Well, they sell about 135, and then I think they reserve like 5,000 for guests and panelists and Comic-Con gods like David.
But then like 300,000 people descend upon San Diego for the weekend. And that's not an exaggeration. I know I make jokes all the time, but that's not.
We couldn't get a damn hotel room downtown this year. Pissed me off. Anyways.
We have
get a little more honest as the night goes on, my friend.
We have secrets. What are you drinking? Bailey's Irish Cream? What is that?
It's just orange juice.
Mimosa.
It's just orange
Jim's
juice.
Mom. Oh, Mrs. Jim.
Mom, I don't usually drink, but if you get a chance to get some Electric Park, oh my gosh, from North Park Beer Company, this stuff is just
it's made with bits of real park.
The shiz.
So every day of Comic-Con, you can go to some of these fantastic offsites. You've got the Sonic the Hedgehog pop-up restaurant, which if you are an old school Sega gamer or you love the new movies or anything in between, obviously that's going to be awesome. The Comic-Con Museum, which they've been touting for a number of years now, they're holding several different events all around Comic-Con. You can find information on that from the San Diego Comic-Con website. The the Cat Cafe is
I
making
love the
an
Cat
appearance,
Cafe.
at San Diego. For a taste of Japan, you can go to a Cat Cafe.
What are you saying?
It's so fun that it's going to be so focused on comics, huh?
Japan has a lot of cafes where you can go and there are cats, or they
No.
have raccoons,
Wait,
or bunnies. and
David
stuff
made a
like
good
that.
point, though.
Is
Go
there
ahead.
going to be hedgehogs at the Sonic restaurant? Because if not, then I'm out.
no, it's kind of weird. Like the convention itself is
Just
really
Steve
focused on
Urkel will be
comics.
there.
Really focused on comics this year, but you go a little bit outside, and the convention. There's a lot. The industry's kind of showing up in different ways.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now I want to clarify what I was saying earlier, because I believe it can be misconstrued as an off-color comment. In Japan, there are many cafes where they just have a bunch of cats or puppies or raccoons or things like that. That is what I was implying when I said a taste of Japan with a cat cafe. My apologies.
Katie was coming for your jugular.
She was. Katie.
Yeah, she was furious. Look at
She
that.
was staring me down. She's.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by this Bob's Burger picture of the setup for the Bob's Burger photo op. So
Yep.
There's a
Hey,
photo
Jim.
op with Jim from the Con Guy.
Yeah.
Anywhere you see him,
Screenshot.
give him $5 and you can take a picture with him.
Oh, so that's
Jim-
different from last year when he had to give you $5
Yeah.
to take a picture with him.
Hey, I'm moving up. I'm moving up.
Hey, Jim.
Give him $10 and he'll keep his shirt on.
Maybe.
The Malibu Dream Experience, presented by XLE Productions. That's Wednesday through Friday, not happening on Saturday and Sunday. The Whatnot Hero House. We mentioned Whatnot earlier. Paramount Plus Lodge. The tickets are sold out on that, but there's going to be a standby line. Hero Within, friend of the show, Tony Kim, is hosting the Hero Within. Energize Lounge. It is a Star Trek theme. They will be featuring a ton of really awesome and the Beagle Scouts pop up.
So excited.
That's at 200 J Street.
It's right across the train tracks, not over where the Whatnot's at, but right the other train tracks.
The Adult Swim is hosting their Festival on the Green. That is Thursday through Saturday. The tasty Voodoo Ranger, the IPA, is hosting their I lost it. Their pirate ship. It's a pirate ship.
By the way, we went last year to this. It was lovely.
Pirate?
Lovely.
Excuse
me, we can't see your face.
Petco
No, it's
Interactive
fine.
Zone, featuring the Petco Interactive Zone, which I assume is at the ballpark.
Yep, it's over there behind the Petco, across the bridge, the suspension bridge.
They're
There's a giant
featuring
festival right there.
They are featuring interactive features for the Dazed and Confused 30th anniversary. The FX Network is hosting their FX thing at Comic-Con.
Well, they're FX right there outside the Hilton Bayfront. FX takes over the green right there between, and they're having nighttime screenings, walkthroughs, all kinds of stuff. So they have a big presence right there, right there behind the Hall H covered line.
Okay.
Ooh, what's this? What are we watching?
Luke, what is this?
This is that site. Jim did such a good job putting links in different things of these things we're talking about that you can actually click on it on our page. We have
I know what that is.
these things. So as we're describing these, Jim, you did a really good job of. That's what I was trying to get your attention of before. That you.
I am so sorry. Yeah,
showing some of this stuff.
Yeah, again on theconguy.com, you can check this out. We have linked out to almost all of these experiences and offsites where you can find a lot more information because we don't have the time to dive into all of them tonight. All right, Ben.
I'm gonna speed through and cherry pick some of these because there's so much going on, you guys.
Yeah, and by the way, all the ones that Ben's saying right now, these are for the duration, for the most part, of the convention, mainly Thursday through Sunday. Yeah,
And you don't need a badge for most of them.
Most of them, yeah, you do not need a badge. Jay, one of my favorites, Jay and Silent Bob in full costume are having a $200 photo op. I don't know
Yeah.
if I got $200 scratch to spend on it, but I
By
do
the way,
love me some Kevin Smith and Jay
And it
Spears.
is Jay, and it is Silent Bob. It's the
Right.
real deal.
Standing
I
there
don't
for
know
4
is it
days.
bad though, because I've seen meet and greets get to the $500 price point. So 200 is not terrible for
Yep.
for that,
That's on my bucket list.
especially for two people.
Charge 500. Yeah.
There you go. In addition, Kevin Smith is doing a VIP photo op, as well as they're hosting the Moobies pop-up restaurant, your favorite fictitious fast food restaurant from the View Askew-universe of films. I'm just going to cover a few of these. Tuesday night
Wait. Let's let maybe Katie jump. I want Katie to take Friday.
I'm not entirely sure. As I've been going through this, I've all of a sudden realized I'm not entirely sure I'm allowed to be promoting any of this.
What? No. Yeah, here's the deal. Let's keep on saying it right up front. And Ben is hosting our panel Thursday, 6:45, room 6A. You're going to hear that a couple more times tonight. The Power Rangers, looking back at 30 years of Power Rangers. We want to be very careful. There's many members of the unions here. We stand with the unions. We don't want to be promoting right now any current or future shows. So let's make sure we're not doing that. We came close. That some of these offsites are kind of doing that, but we as writers and actors are not doing that. Boy, am I walking, Mr. David Boer, the lawyer. Am I walking that line well enough?
No, I feel safe because Dungeons and Dragons is 40 years old, so just missed it.
And it was related.
Just
It wasn't related to current projects that were related to it.
Right, and Ben did a great job.
No.
And there is I don't want to promote current show, but AMC has a vampire themed Streets of Immortality show. I mean,
also, you're not promoting it if you're media, and you're covering the event. So I would say that you're not promoting anything, Ben, by reading down the list of fabulous things going on in San Diego Comic-Con.
Well, thank you very much.
That's not legal advice, and I should sign off right now.
Wait. Can we welcome one more person to the show?
Whee!
Carrie Lane is with us. Yes.
Yay.
Carrie, we've been talking.
Wow, from the chat. Hot in right from the chat.
I teleported in,
Hey,
Yeah.
Carrie, can you, real quick,
Yeah.
Luke and I kind of stopped by your show earlier. Can you give a shout out to your show?
Yes. Thank you, one, for Jim and Luke to come on my show, Nighttime at the Nerd Bar. We also had Bernie on, as well as my friend Allison, who's doing that spirituality panel, which I think Tony mentioned on your episode as well.
Yep.
So she's going to be a panelist on that. So you can go watch that over on Fanversation, and you can find all my stuff linked here on the Carrie D Lane across all social media platforms.
Carrie, thank you for joining. I'm so excited to see you.
Yeah.
We're going through the offsites now, and I'd love once we kind of get.
I was excited for that vampire thing you mentioned too. I was like, oh, I saw they're doing a thing, and I'm like, I'm not in any of those, and I'm media and I'm news, so I'm like, yes, I'm excited to talk about that stuff. But yes, it's good to be thorough.
What do you know about the vampire offsite?
I just got like the email. I'm like,
Luke, can you pull it back up?
Yeah, I was like, let me.
Which
where
one was
my
it?
email?
Streets of
Vampires,
Immortality?
the Street of Immortality.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm like, oh, let me find my email because I know I was checking on it because I was like, wait a minute, what is that? Okay, there we go. Is free event for all ages are welcome by Gaslamp, and guests are invited to tour the Streets of Immortality, a New Orleans-inspired immersive experience with several photo and video opportunities along the route. Attendees will recognize some of the iconic locations from Interview with the Vampire, such as a hotel. I'm not going to try to pronounce these wrong. And you can also collect exclusive souvenirs and limited edition
Edition what?
No, she froze up.
Oh no!
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
Oh,
Did I
There you go,
freeze?
Carrie.
Oh, there you are.
You froze for a second.
Oh
Sorry.
no! Yes, thank you. For letting me know. So there are souvenirs. There's a special drink, a mocktail presented by Palm Wonderful, and other moments for fans. So you can daily admission is limited, so you're gonna want to get tickets. Where do they do their tickets?
Well,
for
the tickets
signing
are
up?
sold out.
Oh,
But no, they have a standby line. They have a standby line.
there you go.
There's usually standby lines.
Show up early, be patient, and maybe you can get in.
I thought it was called Streets of Immorality, and I was much more interested.
Yeah.
Well, it's
That's
the
a much more
vampires, so
fun-
I think it's both.
It's both, yeah.
And with that show,
it's a much more fun standby line, though.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there you go. The outside is the street of immorality, and then the other street, you cross the street, and then the street of immortality.
Tall and wonderful. Tall and wonderful.
With Paul Run Wonderful.
So, hey Ben, are there any? There's a couple more. We can't hit them all, but any more on that are going on all week that we want to just kind of call out real quick?
No, I feel like I mean Hulu Animayhem.
That's kind of new. Hulu is starting an animation hub on Hulu, kind of like Adult Swim. So Animayhem is their smaller version of Adult Swim on the green. It's gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to it. I also the IMDb boat's back behind the convention center.
One of these years, I will get on that boat. I swear. That's like my one thing that's on my like Comic-Con bucket list that I've never been able to do.
Right. And like Ben said, we have more than we can actually go over tonight, but go to theconguy.com and check out everything. I do want to call out one thing, though, because I'm a big fan of Super 7. Ben, did you say the Cobra Global Operations Center pop-up shop?
No, I did not say that one. I'm sorry.
701 8th Avenue for some of the best merch you can get. I love it. Hey, Carrie, by the way, if you want to follow along with us, we're at theconguy.com, our article about all the offsides. Hey, Cheeseman, why don't you take Tuesday for us?
All right.
And it's kind of weird. We're talking about Tuesday. Tuesday's tomorrow.
What? Who's doing stuff already tomorrow?
Yeah.
I already have FOMO not being there tonight.
I know, me too.
I saw 2 people be down there on Tuesday. I'm like, well, I
that
should
is
cancel my trip.
fair.
I've never gotten there on Tuesday ever.
We're going down tomorrow.
Maybe I came in when y'all were talking about
What
the
up,
cat cafe.
Ryan? What
Oh, we got
up?
Ryan on here?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ryan.
shoot,
just said
Ryan's
hi.
on.
Hey, get on the show. Just pop on in.
Ryan. Hello,
Hey,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Send that
Aw.
man a link.
Yay.
Lily, $15 with you, Lily. I'll go down to $10.50.
It's not what I thought the end of that sentence would be, but that's where we are.
So, Luke, take us through Tuesday real quick. Any call outs? Hot list.
Well, Tuesday's pretty short here. We have the list here on screen. Play GG event by Solana Foundation starts at 9:30 a.m., which it looks like that is actually going on Wednesday as well. So I'll say that it's going on both days.
Yep.
Which is cool. You know, Tuesday's kind of technically the day before preview day. So the fact that they have stuff going on, because some people like ourselves are coming in early, so everybody can kind of get checked in on Wednesday, get to the convention, get your badge, all that kind of stuff. So that's
David,
cool.
when do you get down there?
I leave LA Wednesday morning, so Wednesday afternoon I have to sign approximately 500 comics in my hotel room. So I'll send photos and you send help.
Such a problem. Hey, Carrie,
I'll come
Carrie, when
sign
do you
some
go
of them
down?
with you.
I'll be
do
heading
it,
down
then.
also Wednesday.
Cool.
Leaving. We're carpooling, so I'm trying to get to pick up everybody by like noon. So I guess San Diego by like 2 to 3 ish.
Yep. If anybody's down there Tuesday night, hit us up on social media. Let's hook up.
That'd be impressive.
I did want to say something real quick about this thing because I'm looking at it right now. The thing that Luke just talked about is a gaming thing.
Yep.
And gaming doesn't have a huge presence at Comic-Con, but it is starting to get bigger, which I think is great. But that day one, they're doing Play with the Pros against G2 esports playing Rocket League. Rocket League has been really popular, I know, this year when I've been on Twitch and stuff. So if you are into like e-gaming, esports, go check it out. If you're in San Diego already, it's tomorrow night and Wednesday night.
Cool.
The second night is No Way Back and Baldurite. Yeah, I haven't heard of those ones. I don't want to lose my gaming card. I haven't heard of every game. So
All right, Luke, what else we got Tuesday? Quickly.
So Patrick Ballesteros pop-up event at James Coffee Co. 3:30 to 6.
He's a cool designer. He does a lot of Bob's Burger stuff.
That looks cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty good prints here. And again, you did a great job here, Jim, linking stuff so people could just go to our site and really navigate all this, which is really cool. Cartoon Network trivia at Liberty Park.
Yep.
Look at
That's going to be cool. By the way, since we're talking trivia, just real quick, we got 30 seconds. Luke, speaking of trivia, explain why I'm on crutches.
Well, that's easy for me to answer. Do you want other people to guess why you're on crutches?
No, we don't have time. Just tell the story.
We did Seinfeld trivia, which we won. Jim, for some reason, loves telling the story about this. Of Jim's failed karate attempt. Of we felt good. We won Seinfeld trivia, so I was like, well, it's. We're walking out with some friends. I'm like, hey, you want to see a fun trick that Jim does? Look, he can kick my hand here, and then Jim kicked my hand. He's like, that's easy. I bet you could do that. And I'm like, all right. So then I kicked it, and then I'm like, well, can you kick this high? And then Jim took one step back, did a little jumping start, and then he hasn't walked the same since.
And then Jim said, Jimmy's going down.
I was down. I had to be carried away.
Tiny Jim.
Real
Jimmy
quick,
Did you really?
Very upset.
The one thing that I want to call out for Tuesday, if you guys are in town for Tuesday night, the Manchester Grand Hyatt, they have a 4th floor rooftop screening area where they're doing movies all week. Most of them are sold out. Tuesday is not. Top Gun Maverick is being shown up on the rooftop of the Manchester Grand Hyatt, 4th floor rooftop, and that would be very cool. So go get your tickets now. While you
can
have
go to the bar after.
Yeah. So hey, Carrie, are you on the site yet?
Yes.
Why don't you take us through Wednesday if you don't mind?
All right, we got Play GG event by Salona Foundation.
Yeah, that's the gaming event Katie was talking about.
All right. Macabre, I was like, Macabre Daily will be hosting at Brouhaha at Whiskey Girl. I'm like, that's cute.
Can I jump in real quick? That's a horror themed event. That's a horror podcast, a horror show. So they're going to be doing a horror themed event, which I'm going to try to make it over that. That looks very cool.
And it looks like info for that comes from Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes. I would say with a name like Macabre Daily, I would think so. And Brouhaha, I'm like,
I would hope you would know it was a horror film.
And I know that Carrie's a big horror fan, so I thought she'd get a kick out of that.
That's fun. That's cool. That's a nice location too. That'd be fun. Then we got Artist Annex at Bar Basic. I agree with Luke. I like the easy to click on the links.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Art Annex is an ongoing series of pop-up exhibitions aiming to provide an accessible platform for expression, networking, and collaboration that empowers the local creative community. All right. We like supporting local artists as well. Nice. And then we got, obviously, the big one kicking off on Wednesday, the Ready Party 1 at 8. So, woohoo.
Yep.
Exley's annual preview night kickoff party.
Yep. Tickets are still available to that. And before we jump into Thursday, Mr. Ryan Nilsson says this is the best group of people to do Comic-Con with. Shout out to the con guys. And then he did want to do another shout out to Carrie Lane with a lot of music. All right. And he did say this without the actors, no actors at Comic-Con, but that makes it like a throwback Comic-Con. And like we said, we are excited about that. Cool, cool. Katie, could you take us through Thursday very quickly? I hate to say very quickly. I'm not rushing you, but you know.
I mean, we are getting close on time, so.
Yep.
So there's not any information when you click the link, but False Idol is hosting a Geeky Tiki's event, and if you know Jim or Luke or Ben, they all like the tiki.
Well, it takes you to the reservation, the open table reservation.
Yeah. But Geeky Tiki's is definitely something that everyone here is a fan of. But they're also doing a specialty drink, and who doesn't love? You guys know me. I love the specialty drinks. Just take my money. It's just a thing. It's a problem I have. Also,
and last year they had a we'll put more information.
I would assume if there's a specialty drink, you're getting a cup with that.
Yeah, and this thing sold out real quickly. So if it's sold out, just go stand outside the tiki bar. You'll get in. Yeah, it's a popular.
Then of course we have the Her Universe fashion show. I believe it's at 8:00. Is it at the Marriott? Hold on, I'm going to I think it's at the Marriott. I could be wrong though.
Why are you looking at me?
It's on Thursday night. I've gone, I think, most convention years for the last few years. This is something it's
a Grand Hyatt Hotel.
Oh yeah, Hyatt.
Harbor Ballroom.
Yeah. So it is usually like first come, first serve. So you do want to get there like kind of a little bit early so that you can get a seat. This year is all contributing to Disney 100. So all of the outfits have to be inspired by something in the Disney 100 category, whether it be Marvel, Disney, a whole bunch of companies this is promoting, that's the whole big thing. But aside from that, that is their theme this year that they collabed with Disney on. The winner of this is voted by a panel of judges and by the audience, and they get the chance to design a line for Hot Topic. So it is always sponsored by Hot Topic and her universe, and Ashley Eckstein is always the host. It's always a really fun time. It's really amazing to see the artistry and innovation that everybody puts into their costumes, because there is technology that you don't see in some of these costumes, like experimental, very expensive, and it's a really awesome show. They always kind of break it down into kind of like acts, I would like to say. I'm assuming this year it's probably going to be related to what kind of garments. Usually it's related to the certain things. It's really hard to get chosen to be in this. I did try once and I haven't been able to since, but it is a big process. So there's that. Definitely.
Okay, wait, but before you move on, and you yourself you're a costumier. You take commissions, and I'm looking behind you on the wall right now. Is that something you're making?
No, that's just a dress that I was trying to figure out if I wanted to wear to something. That I forgot was there until we went.
Now wait, planning for Comic-Con, because come on, how many? We have all done our fit checks. Everybody checking out your outfit and planning, make sure everything fits. You don't have any stains. You need to wash it or not.
I have nothing so far because I wasn't planning on really going because I didn't have a badge. So I will be haphazardly figuring something out.
I have laundry all over my room right now.
Typical week of cons.
I bought a pink
clean laundry at least.
David, what do you have?
Pink tux jacket for the Eisners.
Nice.
Gary, David nominated for 2 Eisners this year.
Say it again. Oh, congratulations.
2 Eisners.
Thank you. I'm wearing the pink velvet tux jacket.
Yes.
Because I don't
wait to see that.
Do it.
You can get a picture with Carrie with her hair looking like this.
Right.
It'll look great.
Oh my God.
The next thing is there's a party called the Magic of Middle Earth, which is obviously a Lord of the Rings themed party. You can go there for more info. I'm not going to get super into it, but there's a cosplay contest. There's
but it's being hosted by the OneRing.net and Weta. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Weta or Weta? I never know how to say it. Is it Weta?
Weta.
It's Weta, yeah.
Thank you. My bad. So Derek and Danae would absolutely destroy me for not knowing how to pronounce that.
Dude, they'll never talk to you again.
Yeah. Then there's just a few more parties that are closed. So I'm just going to let you guys go to the site for it because it's going to be hard. You have to go on like a wait list for them.
But then there's one that's not closed.
Nostalgia Nightclub.
Yep.
So you can get tickets still for that one. It is, I can't see the price on there, but is that price on here?
You have to click it. I think some of them were around 40.
Yep.
But yeah, it's another one of
the XLE. Mm-hmm.
XLE's parties. As you guys know, we've gone to these every year for quite a few years now. They're always fun. There's always special guests.
Cheeseman, do you have the flyer for our special guests who will be making special appearances at this club event that night?
Which you talked about on my show too.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Woo!
Yes, yeah, we came on Carrie's show and was talking about this. This is cool. In just a second, I want to talk about something I kind of talked about in your show as well, Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
So, Luke, who's going to be there from the Power Rangers that night?
So, yeah, we have 7 Rangers. Unfortunately, Walter may or may not be able to pop in to our panel. We'll see how it goes due to this after strike.
Yep.
But he'll definitely be at this party, which will be cool. And he'll probably be at most of those parties that week. So if you want to meet him, come out to those. Patrick David will be on our panel, as well as Roger Velasco, Christopher Kamen Lee, Dwayne Cameron, Selwyn Ward, and Blake Foster. They'll be on the panel and also at the party. Plus, we have Tracy Lynn Cruz will be on our panel as well, but she unfortunately won't be able to make the party, but she'll be there at the panel if you want to see her. Plus, she'll be signing at Power Morphicon's booth on Friday. So she'll be there.
She's got 4 kids with her. We're going to let her off the hook for going partying with us late night that night.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Ryan has a question. Can you guys put it up on the screen?
Well, there's two of them.
The first one.
His question is, what should people who have never gone to Comic-Con before go to first on Friday? Let's throw this first to David and then Carrie. I want to see what they have to say.
I mean, if you've never been to the con, I would say go to the exhibit hall and walk. And, there's so many panels, there's so many everything, there's so many offsites. Check out what you want to see. But to get a flavor of the convention, go to the floor because you will see everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
Carrie.
I nice tie-in. I actually, there's an artist who has a thing with that, but while I'm thinking of it, I'll share it. But I agree. 100% the exhibit hall floor is pretty much one of my favorites as well. And okay, yeah. Do you guys know someone else shared this? Patrick Ballesteros?
Yeah, Ballesteros, yeah.
Ballesteros has a Everything Everywhere All at Once little pin that looks like
wow.
they'll be doing.
Cool.
And then there's some artwork that they have as well.
Does it have his booth number on there?
Ooh, that's a good question.
We'll
while I look for that, my other thing I would suggest 100% would be Artist Alley. I am a huge fan of the Artist Alley, which is in the exhibit hall, unlike Anime Expo, which it was in a parking garage. It's in the underneath. Oh man, it was, and then they had air quality issues last year. Just saying. I was there. I can verify some of those photos people shared. But I would say the floor for sure, and then the Artist Alley is like a side area, and that's where you're really going to get the indie creators. You'll find some of the most unique pieces because yes, absolutely, we all love our Spider-Man, Superman, whatever, like big character shirts and all that. But going to the Artist Alley, I found the most unique jewelry, accessories, like figures, like plushies, comics, art. And a lot of them do commission. So actually, that's a good point, though, on Friday, Ryan. Go check out an artist. If you like their style, if they're doing commission, tell them at the beginning so that you can pick it up by the end when your last day. So that would be the big one.
Cool.
I don't see a booth. Wait, next event, STC Artist Alley DD08. So speaking of Artist Alley, but they also have this image. I just saw this. So I don't really know this artist, but someone was sharing it. But they're doing like a you can't really tell, but it's kind of like a road
Let
map.
me make that.
Oh no, it's a Disney map.
It's like a map, but it's all like different movies and things over the years.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's a nerdy thing like that. I was like, that's awesome.
What's the handle for that?
So this is the person's name is Patrick Ballesteros. So Patrick Ballesteros. They are an Artist Alley DD08. They are, some people I follow shared their stuff. They even have like a Rufio Bangarang pin.
Oh,
that's cool.
Luke and I were talking this week. He loves the movie Hook. Man, oh man.
Yes, it's a good classic. So I'd say that. And then if you're not going, I see someone else's question. If you're not going to Comic-Con, there's so much to do offsite too. I just like wandering around in the downtown. Some of the art galleries are open for free and you can check out art, and sometimes there's pop-up exhibits because there's plenty of other things. And then take a different path every time you come to the convention center, because sometimes there's offsites that are so weird and random to find. You won't find it if you keep taking the same route into the convention center every day. So that's how I found some of the best ones. Because
that's how I found the giant slide last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's great advice, Carrie. I'm totally stealing that. So
oh no, please. Hitman had a pop-up event, and that only found that because randomly had the. I also know where to park too. That's my Comic-Con and con skills, is where to park and walk in. But you have to walk far, and that's how you find these places. But that's also the other thing too. If you're finding your restaurants, where to go eat, start radiating outwards, because everybody's getting everything that's like right there. Just go a little bit further, and you'll find more businesses and often less lines.
Also, last year, when I went to San Diego in December. Not at Comic-Con, like it's a whole different ballpark because
totally different world. Yeah.
But I found literally a shorter route from the hotel I always stay at to the convention center that could have saved me so much time the 3 times I have stayed there. I was so angry because I was like, are you kidding me? I've been going along the marina for 3 years of Comic-Con when I could have gone a front route and gotten there faster.
Yeah, but you know what? We stayed at the Wyndham and we've walked that marina route.
Yeah, that's always what I do.
But honestly, like Saturday morning after 2 days of the con, all I want to do is stroll along the water.
Yeah.
Make googly eyes at everybody who's in line for Hall H, which is 5 miles down the marina. And so I think that it is a nice walk. It might be longer, but it is a nice walk.
And I like how you knew what hotel I was talking about too.
Was it the Wyndham?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to go I had the exact opposite experience, Katie. I used to go the front way. I'm like, this is just streets. And then when I discovered the marina, I thought, oh, this is what it must be like to live.
I've always gone down the marina, but we found out that the other way is faster, but we always have just gone straight down the marina. Always.
Don't forget your water bottle and drink lots of water.
It's going to be hot,
other food beverages if you're over 21 as well. That's fine, but bring water because you will get dehydrated.
Okay, since we're talking marina walk, since we're talking about the marina walk, let me just throw in real quick. Let me try to tie us back to the offsites. Since we're talking about the marina walk, let me see, what's it called? They're in the Seaport Village, which back there behind the Manchester. Back there by the Manchester. If you go to the Marquee, the Marriott Marquee, and take a right, take a right, Jim. What does that mean? Away from the convention center, down towards the Seaport Village, they're having something called Casa Mexico. They're going to have events and displays, live shows, sample tastings, dancing, music, and a lot of fun down there. It's throughout the entire event of Comic-Con. So there's a giant party happening back there on the marina down in Seaport Village. It's going to be a blast, David. So when you're doing those googly eyes, you'll get lost in the music, my friend. And also, my mind is blown. Every year I forget how much is going on. So the other thing I would suggest based on that question about what should you do first, peruse the website and try to get a handle on what's happening, because you will miss everything if you don't plan to do some things.
100%.
And since we're talking about Thursday, Katie, did you have any more for Thursday?
I don't think so. I think that was, for the most part, everything.
Very cool. There's one more that I just found out about today. A friend of mine over at D23, which is the Disney official fan club, and we talked about it on Carrie's show just a few minutes ago. They, if you go to the D23 website, you will see they just added a special advanced screening of the movie Haunted Mansion, which is coming out later this year, is going to be screening at San Diego Comic-Con at something called the Loose Loft. I don't know what that is, but go to d23.com. Of course, if you are a D23 Gold member, you will have priority, and it is complimentary for you. Everybody else, you can find out how to get tickets to this movie. It is the check-in for the screenings at 1:30. The screening will start at 2:00 p.m. Thursday in San Diego. This is awesome, and from what we understand, there will also be hitchhiking ghosts along the roads of San Diego to follow you home. So it's going to be very cool. All right, very quickly. Hey, who wants to take? Was that Thursday?
Yeah,
that was Thursday. We got Friday and Saturday left, Jim.
And not luckily, but there's not as much.
2 days.
Just 2 days. No, there's not a lot on Friday and Saturday, guys. But how about I will take Friday, and then someone else wants to volunteer for Saturday. For Friday. Oh, wait. Cheeseman, what's the big thing happening Friday and Saturday? Wait, no, Ben, you do this. This is how you and Cheeseman became friends, because you bonded over this movie 30 years ago that came out. What is it?
Well, they are, and I'm super excited about this. They're celebrating the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park on Friday and Saturday of Comic-Con, and that is going to be well, it's actually going to be a bunch of stuff. They're bringing, I think they're bringing the front gates.
Yep, they're bringing the gates.
And that's worth the price of admission right there.
And they're bringing animatronic dinosaurs. They're bringing real dinosaurs. They brought them back.
Because that couldn't possibly go wrong, having dinosaurs in San Diego.
Hold
They're
on
also
to
bringing
your
the
butts.
electric fences, so
Yeah,
it's
hold
fine.
on to your butts, everybody.
I've
The
seen that
electric
in a
fence.
movie somewhere. I don't remember where.
Last time there were dinosaurs in San Diego
Yeah.
was
Can I just say
1997.
the last time I watched Jurassic Park and they were climbing up that electric fence, who's the little kid? What's his name again?
Tim.
Tim. He could have easily crawled right through that thing. Why did he crawl up that fence? He was small
That's
enough.
been a question and a dilemma for a long time. But we're
Oh
not,
my
you know.
gosh. All right. But the other things on
point,
Friday, and go to our website to find out about it. There is a Comic-Con pub crawl, which I have participated in before. And that's happening on Friday. By the way, our Friday-Saturday listing right now is a little bit thin. We're going to bulk it up a little bit more as the night and days go on. The 5th annual Comic-Con pub crawl. It's really cool. You buy tickets and you get a drink like at all these pubs, and you have a bunch of cosplayers and fans going through. I love it. It's absolutely cool.
Which usually, like, it looks like you pay 10 to 17 for the deal, but then isn't it usually like buy one, get one kind of a thing?
Yeah.
You have the ticket. That's kind of how it works.
Hey, check this out. Brad was saying about the pub crawl. I'm sorry, about the Jurassic Park. My pub crawl took over my mind. Mattel Creations has a crowdfunding for the toy version of the Jurassic Park front gates right now. It's the first time they've ever been made in toy version. That is very cool.
Just make it, Mattel. Come on, you cowards. Don't crowd.
They had it with the compound that I owned. I had the gates. I had the gates on my compound toy that I had back when the movie came out.
All right. That said, hey, Ben, would you
call
mind
them a liar, Cheeseman?
You're forgetting a
liar.
big one, Jim.
Which one?
There's another one on
Jimmy
Friday.
Eat World on Saturday night.
Oh, wait, we
at
haven't got to
Purple
Saturday.
Park.
I'm throwing it over to Saturday for you guys. Ben and Katie, do Saturday for us.
Well, Katie, go ahead.
So Jimmy Eat World is playing at Petco Park. It's really cool that they're actually doing another concert because they did a concert, what was it, 2018 or 2019? I can't remember, but one of those years they did the concert. Tickets are $40, I believe. If I looked earlier, they're $40 for general admission. I'm sure it'll be a little bit crazy, but it's at Petco Park, and it'll be a fun final. If you, especially for people, if you're looking for things that don't support any struck content, this is a fun thing you could do in San Diego. Support music, because music is great and we love it. And
Jimmy World's awesome.
Yes, exactly.
Nowadays, for a concert, only $40 is not that bad.
I know you said $40. I'm like, are you sure you're?
Well, that does not include the fees.
Well, yeah.
I was going to say, it
still.
must not be Ticketmaster, but that's on Ticketmaster.
$812.
It'll be another 30 probably.
But it's also GA, so I'm sure the seats are going to be like.
Wait a second. I think I might be wrong. I don't know if this is in the Petco Park proper, like the stadium area, or where it might be down where they used to host the MTV festival right there in like the big yard section of Petco. I think
it probably is, but it's adjacent, like they're connected.
Yeah,
to it.
Which is cool.
Yeah, so it is a cool little area. That's also another area I would say to check out if you're going without a badge, because that area closer to Petco, there can be some fun restaurant specials. There can be some fun offsites a little bit further down. Just know, guys, if you are going down on Wednesday or Thursday nights, food is really hard to find past 9, because they don't stay open late. As Ryan can remember from Katie being very hangry, and all of you guys can remember, we could not find any food late before we went to a party. So keep that in mind, that Gaslamp, even though it is Comic-Con, some areas of Gaslamp, like if you're not going down the main area, they close early and it's harder to find food. So plan ahead when you are planning what you want to eat, because you don't want to get to that point where it's 11 p.m. and you're like, I haven't eaten in 10 hours and everything's closed.
Except for pizza. The pizza is usually open very late.
Pizza's
open
late.
But depending on where you're staying in Gaslamp, they close. So it's or if you're outside of Gaslamp, sometimes they close early. So
pack your snacks.
Yeah.
Hey, Katie, can I ask you a question? There's one party we skipped, and we skipped because it's completely locked off. It's closed. Nobody can get in. The fandom party, which is usually a very cool party. Who's this group? NCT Dojajun?
Hold on.
It's a K-pop.
NCT, the K-pop band?
Yes. They're the featured performers at the fandom party. I was wondering if you knew them.
I know of them. I am not super familiar with them. I know that they are NCT is a massive group, and there are subgroups within that. That is one of the subgroups, I believe. I looked into this. I think I could be wrong. K-pop people, please don't get mad at me. I'm 6 months into K-pop. But I believe they have a total of 20 members in NCT, and there's 5 subgroups.
You know what? What we don't realize, those of us here at this podcast, is we do have an inside contact working at fandom.com. Miss Emma Fife is working over at fandom.com. She used to be the host of this here podcast. Let's see if we can get some tickets. She's going to say no.
Podcast.
All right, very quickly, let's finish.
Sounds
up,
like
guys.
you can just join. Sounds like you can just join the band. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, I
He's
am.
destroyed. He's
Limited to 230 people.
I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this podcast right now, as we have just moved into minute 80 of our 60-minute podcast. The last event that we have on our list is Bad Idea, who is once again hosting their Tiki Party at Bali High. And I guess you can just straight up RSVP at rsvpbadidea@gmail.com.
I'm going. I'm staying across the street from Valley High, so I'm going.
There we go. Valley High is not a high school. It is
Oh, maybe I'm not staying there then.
HAI. Jim, that was not a good joke.
That's a terrible joke. Strike it from the show.
Yay! That just erased my K-pop slur.
That being said, yeah, we've run over our time once again. Surprise. But let's go ahead and wrap up. First of all, I'd like to thank our very special guest, David M. Boer, for coming on the show tonight. The king of San Diego Comic-Con, once, always, and future king of San Diego Comic-Con, David M. Boer. Go check out all of his awesome stuff. David, where can people find you on social media and follow you for all your updates on San Diego Comic-Con this week?
Oh my God, there's so many now. Okay. Instagram is at David M. Boer. Twitter, for as long, it might not be here by Saturday, but who knows? At David Boer. I'm on I'm on Facebook. Just look for this. I'm on Threads. It's at David M. Boer. I'm on Blue Sky now, which is a thing. It's at David Boer, because why not be as confusing as possible when you're trying to build a brand? Yeah, and I will be everywhere. So if you see me on the floor, please don't hesitate to stop and say hello.
And our other very special guest and occasional host, once and future host, Carrie D. Lane. Are we going to be seeing you? We're going to be seeing you down in San Diego, right? Okay,
going down
awesome.
on Wednesday, there through Sunday.
All right, we'll see you there. And where can people find you and catch updates for you on social?
Yes, everywhere across the social webs. Carrie D. Lane, KARIDLANE.
And of course, Jim, our fearless leader, the con guy himself.
Just follow me at theconguy.com, guys, on our Instagram, the con guy.
And of course, Cheeseman, who is usually on a couch.
I am on a couch.
On a couch.
I know. I'm just saying you're usually on a couch.
Usually, okay.
At Cheese on Couch on socials. By
yeah,
the way.
on Instagram and Twitter, and you can find us all here at the Power Ranger panel, moderated by Ben himself.
Yeah, I guess Ben's moderating this panel, guys.
Yeah,
Come
we
Ben.
gave you a shout out on our show too, Ben.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yes, that is Thursday, July 20th at 6:45 p.m. in, what is it, 2A?
6A.
6A. Sorry, it's in room 6A. You'll go there to see
same
all
room
the
where
6A
Felicia,
people.
We're the same room with Felicia Days doing her panel.
Dang. I saw her in Target once.
Okay, that doesn't build our case.
Right. All right. But anyway,
And
yes, the official 30th anniversary celebration of Power Rangers. Very excited. And yeah, I'm just pumped and stoked. And then, of course, we've got Katie Christine, Katie the Con Girl, repping the Con Girls. Well, I guess Carrie technically is repping the Con Girls tonight too. But yeah, Katie.
Okay, I'm like,
you can find me across all social media, and hopefully getting back on Twitch soon now that I have a new setup, but I haven't actually gotten it set up yet. At Katie Christine. I would say Twitter, but I am taking a break from Twitter. I don't know for how long. I have a problem. So anyway, but mostly on like Instagram, I post a lot on there. I do help with the Con Guy Instagram and the Con Girls Instagram when I remember and get the chance to. Also on TikTok. Just be prepared that TikTok is mostly BTS content. So if you don't like K-pop and you don't like BTS, probably not going to be a super fan of my TikTok, but I will try to post more. I'm also a cosplayer, but I haven't really cosplayed in a minute. I don't even know if I'll be cosplaying at Comic-Con, but if you guys follow me on Instagram or check my Instagram, when I am at Comic-Con, I will be saying like, I'm headed there. Where are you guys at? That's, that whole shebang. So.
All right. And again, thank you, all of you folks, for joining us here on the Con Guy broadcast tonight. My name is Ben Cleaver. You can find me on social media at BenKliewer. That is Instagram. It's Twitter, I guess. It's what is it? Instagram, Twitter. I'm on the TikTok. I am on Threads now, which I've actually been on a lot more. I've been posting more on Threads than anything else the last like 3 days.
Cool.
And you can also search the hashtag BK421. I generally remember to tag all of my posts with that. Again, San Diego Comic-Con this week in San Diego, July 19th through 23rd, 2023. This has been the Con Guy Happy Hour. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And remember, folks, I'm drinking out of this red cup because whenever Ben Cleaver shows up, it's always a party. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
This here show.
Thanks for listening to The Con Guy Show, the official program of theconguy.com. Find us on the Weeby Geeks Collective or anywhere you listen to podcasts. And now on sci-fi.radio, Saturdays at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, both AM and PM. That's 9 o'clock Greenwich. It's sci-fi for your Wi-Fi.